The regress argument is one argument against the possibility of knowledge. Another is skepticism. The skeptic, or investigator, is one who, having found the task of justification to leave nothing but turmoil and uncertainty, suspends all judgment and holds nothing to be true. Skeptics use a variety of techniques to raise doubt about any proposition asserted to be true. Skepticism can be local or global. Locally, doubt is used as a way of questioning assumptions, preconceived opinions, and dogmatic assertions, and is therefore an indispensable part of any rational inquiry. If doubt is applied globally, however, then nothing is beyond doubt. None of our beliefs can be defended as justified. What sort of considerations could lead us towards skepticism on the global scale? Perhaps the most famous skeptical scenarios are those sketched in Descartes' Meditations on First Philosophy. In the first meditation, Descartes considers three arguments for skepticism. These arguments form part of Descartes' attack on empiricism. Empiricism is the view that all our knowledge depends on information provided through the operation of the senses. Hence, Descartes' arguments concern what we can know via the senses. Descartes' first sceptical argument begins with the observation that we are sometimes misled by our senses. A stick half submerged in water looks bent. A tower seen from a distance looks cylindrical, but when we get up close, we discover that it isn't. If we can't always trust our senses to represent the world faithfully, he asks, then why would we ever trust them? Here's the argument. The first premise states, if my senses sometimes deceive me, then I don't know whether any of my beliefs about the world are true. The second premise is sometimes my senses deceive me. And the conclusion is, therefore, I don't know whether any of my beliefs about the world are true. Descartes acknowledges that this argument is not very convincing, because we can easily explain such illusions and avoid being misled upon further investigation. A harder argument to deal with is his second argument, the so-called dreaming argument. We cannot be certain of anything that occurs to us in a dream. Now, what if all our so-called waking experiences are really just more vivid, coherent dreams? Then all of our experiences would be dream experiences, and we couldn't know whether any of them were true. Here's the argument. The first premise is, if I don't know whether I am dreaming or not, then I don't know whether any of my beliefs are true. The second premise, I don't know whether I am dreaming or not. Conclusion, therefore, I don't know whether any of my beliefs are true. Now, even this argument fails to be fully convincing, says Descartes. He observes that even if we can't rule out that we're dreaming, we can still know things, like, for example, the axioms of mathematics and geometry. And perhaps even if we are dreaming more than we realise, we still, he thinks, have to have ideas to dream with, just as a painter has to have a palette of coloured paints in order to create fantastical images. And where could those ideas that we use in constructing our dreams come from, but from the world around us? Well, this is where Descartes' third and final sceptical argument, the malicious genie or evil demon argument, comes in. If we live in a world governed by a malicious but all-powerful demon who is determined to deceive us, then all our experiences, including those beliefs that we have about mathematics and geometry, the things we seem to be absolutely certain about, will turn out to be false. Here's the demon argument. First premise, if I don't know whether an evil, all-powerful demon exists or not, then I don't know whether any of my beliefs are true. Second premise, I don't know whether an evil, all-powerful demon exists or not. Conclusion, therefore, I don't know whether any of my beliefs are true. Descartes is not asserting that such a being, an evil demon, exists, but so long as one is possible, there will always be doubt about whether anything we believe is true.